Finally, the time has come to put together this Super 7 Cats Lair. Man, I gotta tell you, I love the freaking Thundercats. They were probably one of my favorite toys when I was growing up. Besides like He-Man and Ghostbusters. Pretty much I love toys. And I gotta tell you, when I heard that this was coming out, I missed out initially on the buy-in on it. So I had to buy it on the secondhand market and probably pay double of what I was supposed to. But when you really like something, that's what you'll do. You'll pay extra just because you want it in your collection or it belongs in your collection. You know, I have a lot of the Super 7 Cats Lair figures, and I even bought the Thundertank a few years ago. And you can't go and buy in the Thundertank in about, $600 worth of figures and not get the Cats Lair. So that's where I had the dilemma. I was like, man, I don't really want to pay this for it, but I had to get it. And the crazy thing, I don't know where it's going to fit, but that doesn't matter right now. Right now, we need to get this out of the box, get it together, and see how it looks. Let's get to work. Alrighty, we're out of the box. This is the body of the Cats Lair. The paws and the head came in a separate box. Don't be like me and use your Batman knife, because I made a mistake and I sliced one of the sides of the paws here. It's all good though. Nothing crazy. This is the innards. I guess this is what goes inside of Cats Lair here. We know what the body is. We know what the paw and the heads are. It looks like it's really easy to put together. So we're going to get this together. I'm going to read the instructions, of course, not like when I was a kid and just throw it together. I'm actually going to read the instructions like my dad used to. Shout out to my dad. Yesterday was his birthday. Went to his house for a cookout. I ran the grill. R.I.P. to Uncle Kenny. I took over the grill duties, and we had a good time. So, all right, let's get it together. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors and soon-to-be collectors, what we are going to be unboxing and taking care of today is the Super 7 Cats Lair. This sucker is so big, it comes with two boxes. Box 1 on the bottom, box 2 on the top. As you can see, this is made by Super 7. Costs a lot of money. I missed out on the first run on getting this because it was, it's one of those things where you have to give money to get the project started. I was late to the party. I wasn't keeping up with my emails or anything. And I missed out, so I had to buy it off the secondhand market, which they charged me almost double. But again, I can't go and buy $600 worth of Thundercat figures, go buy a $500 Thundertank, and not get the Cats Lair. It just doesn't make sense. That's one of the things that you struggle with as a collector. You can't collect everything. But if you start collecting something, you just got to roll with it. Don't give up. Listen, a lot of these things have payment plans. This one didn't, where you can get what you really want. So look, just pace yourself. Don't try to get everything at once. This sat in my freaking basement for almost a year, really. Other people have done reviews on it. I didn't want to see it because I wanted to unbox it for myself and take care of that. I'm not even going to bother taking you out through a boring unboxing. I'm just going to get it out of the box, put it together, and then we're going to review it. A lot of people, we don't want to see how the packaging is and all of that stuff. I understand that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and next time you hear my voice, this thing is going to be assembled or partially assembled, or where we going to go. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I have it almost assembled all the way. I even have the lights on here of the cat's head. I have run into problems because there are no instructions that has come with the Cats Lair. As you can see, this thing takes up the whole table. This is a cookout table that sits, I think, 6 people. So it's about 2.5 foot wide. It doesn't fit on the table, as you can see. There was no instructions, so I'm pretty much eyeballing it, remembering from when I was a kid how the actual Cats Lair was. That's how I put this together. There was no instructions. I actually got this from Australia. The guy, the second-hand market that sold it to me is in Australia. So as you can see, I mean, I'm doing the best that I can. Again, there was no instructions. And also, I realized that this thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. So check this out. This is crazy. So you see these parts of the mountain right here. These are parts of the mountain. They give that nice facade, you know, part of the mountain. And on the cartoon, we would always see the mountain and you see the cat carved in. I didn't know that these suckers right here, look at this. They open all the way up. And I just dropped some stuff. Look at that. It opens all the way up. So it gives the illusion like this thing is really carved out of a mountain. Yo, that is crazy. That is nice. That is banging. That is hot. That is dope. Whatever you want to use, that's what that is. But it also means that it's huge, that it's big. So now I got to change the position on the table with this thing here because it's so damn big. My God. I should have did this review in my damn driveway. Look at this thing. Hold on. I got to zoom out. Even when I zoom out, it doesn't give it justice to how big it is. Look at this. Jesus. This thing is huge. Again, the lights are staring. Let's see how these lights look in the dark. I don't know. How bright are they? A little creepy. Look like one of them damn Conjuring movie dolls or something hanging around there. All right. So this is the front. Look at this. Big paws. All right, so these have a ratchet on them, as you can see, like right deep in here. So it feels like it's sturdy enough so you can lift it. And these suckers just slide right in. And if you look in here, you got some kind of blaster or something. And this is the same thing that's on the other one. The other paw. Alright, you look, see here? Same thing. Just slide it forward. In case Mumra and his boys try to come through. Alright. That ratchet. Alright, so you got the nice little steps. Now, I don't know what this is. Is it anything? Alright, I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't know what that is. But these doors do open right here. And there is a back to this. Yo, the back is ill. Y'all got to see it. So, again, the front. Let me turn this out before I run these batteries down. I'm probably never ever going to take this. You got to take this head off in order to get the batteries in. And it was hard to get it on. So, probably not going to change the batteries. All right, so in here, you got some kind of guns or whatever that. They don't stay up, though. See that? They don't stay up. That one does. That one stays up. This one doesn't. So we already have a flaw here. This one's on Viagra. See that? He goes up, he stays up. All right, so we're going to take a look at the back of this. I don't feel comfortable turning this thing again. So I'm going to have to turn the table the best way that I can to get back there to show y'all. But the good thing is you can fold it up. And when you fold it up, I'm pretty sure you could easily put it where you want to put it. All right, let's get to the back. All right, as promised, here is the back of the Cats Lair. And as you can see, they have some sort. This is like Panthro's workshop, like on a cartoon, where he's got his little, his little thing there, where he could put stuff. Now, I paid extra on a secondary market, but I was able to get like the special edition. Because the special edition came with these little tools here like this. So, even though I did pay extra, I was still able to get the more expensive edition. I mean, as I should. They charged me extra money. So these wires and stuff, they don't do anything. It's all for show, which is pretty good. And again, remember, this is just on the right side of the damn mountain of this thing. So that's here. So now, as we move along here, this is inside of one of the paws here. That's what's down that hallway. The dark side of the hallway is there. So that's pretty cool. And then you have the dual staircase where you can take your figures. They walk up, you know, just like back in the day when I remember the Castle Grayskulls used to have the ladder, and they used to walk up on the ladder of the Castle Grayskull. Also, I think what goes here on this side is where, I guess, like their boardroom, their board meeting room or whatever, because it came with 7 of these chairs. It came with like seven of these chairs right here. Like 7 chairs like that. I'm going to get one of the figures in a minute, and I'm also going to grab the Thundertank so we can do a 1-to-1 comparison with the Thundertank and the Cats Lair. So again, that's what this is. I still never figured out what that front piece was. That looks like you can pull out a notch or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But this is one cool feature. My favorite feature on the whole damn thing is here. Remember they had the weapons room? Boom, you turn that over. Look at that. Sword of Omens and a claw shield. Nice. That's hot. And again, you don't gotta turn it like I do. I got fat fingers. Turn it. And it had it. This is good. This is good. This is good. I have no complaint. And here's the control center where Panthro and another Thundercat can sit here. They sit right in there, those chairs. And as you can see, I have the Thundercat logos right there. But what you can do is you can actually switch these out. You pull that down, you pull that down like this. And what you can do is you can add whatever you want in here. You know, so let's go with, let's see here. We'll go with this one. Slide that in there. Boom. Now you have something else to look at on the control center. You know, I wish that, you know, they thought of this kind of stuff in the 80s, you know. But again, time, you just figure out better things. You make things better. You do. And this is way better than the Cats Lair that my parents got for me. But, I mean, it also is more expensive. And, you know, they don't mass produce these. So, you know, you get one of these, they're not going to be hanging around. If you try to buy one of these 10 years from now, it's probably going to cost you about 10 grand. 10 years from now, I'll say this thing's probably going to be about 10 grand. And if you know, that's what it, in the box sealed, you put it together yourself. If you buy it from somebody like me who got kids in college, shit, I'll charge you 10 grand too. Because I know you want it. That's how they get you as a collector, when they know you want it. So again, that's Panther. This is like their little board meeting room. It looks nice. It looks nice. So now what we want to do is I'm going to fold up the back of this, turn it, so that way we can get a 1-to-1 to see how the Cats Lair will look with the Thundertank. So again, one last view of this here, because I don't know when I'm going to open this up again. Probably when I get some more figures. Or hopefully they'll release like a Mumra's Tomb diorama or playset. And let's see what they do with that. But man, this is awesome. So what we're going to do is oh, that's the table, by the way. So I'm going to close this up and we're going to turn it forward. All right. Okay, so here we go with our front facing view. And I found out how to get this open. Just take your hand there. Boom. Thundrillium. Let's see if you can get that in there. Thundrillium. All right. So I got that open. That's cool. So this is our view, folks. The front of the Cats Lair. Look at that thing. It's huge. 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 You guys have no idea how huge this is. Let me go grab the Thundertank. All right, folks. I'm sorry. I cannot get the Thundertank from out of here right now. In order for me to get the Thundertank out of here, I would have to take everything off this shelf with Batman and everybody up here. And then I would have to lift this up in order to turn it on its side and get it out. Man, I don't really want to do that. That's tough. You know what? I'm going to try it. Give me a second. The things we do for YouTube. All right, folks. So I was finally able to get the Thundertank up out of the curio. That was not easy. And now Tiger's falling all over himself. So this is the Thundertank, folks. And it's the best Thundertank ever made. As you can see, they have the clear shield here on it. I can go with the stealth one that closes up. As you can see, I got my man Panthro driving. My man Lionel is the riding shotgun. This is Panthro's Thundertank. So I might as well get into some detail with this Thundertank. Just like the LJN toy. You lift this up. You got a blaster right in there. One of the Thunder Claws. Same thing. All right, this is part 2 of the Thundertank and the 1-to-1 Cats Lair comparison. I don't have much more to say on the video, but this is part 2 because I did want to give you some detail on the Thundertank. It does fit some Thundercats in the back of here. As you can see, my man Jaga standing on top. And the Thundertank came with some of the stuff called Thundrillium, you know, from the cartoon or whatever. And, you know, I figured I wanted to bring that out too. And I just wanted to show you guys just how far, like the 1-to-1 comparison with the Thundertank. And it's not on scale to go inside of, you know, the paw like it used to on a cartoon. I mean, God only knows how much it would have cost then. But I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, the LJN toy couldn't do it either, where you put the Thundertank inside the paw of it. I mean, look at Pumaira. She looks like she's drunk. Put your ass up in that thing. So, you know, it's worth, you know, trying to collect them as many as you can. I'm very pleased with the Cats Lair. Very pleased with the Cats Lair. I'm very pleased with the Thundertank. Although the Thundertank doesn't have anything that lights up, though. Nothing. Like, it's just like, boom, the Thundertank. Let me see if I can find that shield. Hold on. All right, now that's sick. So that's the one where Panthro puts the shield down, and you can't see inside the Thundertank. And what I forgot to show you guys is that it did have a gun here, or some sort of weapon in the middle. And I don't know if these jaws open up. I don't remember. I mean, I don't want to break it, but I don't remember if these jaws open up or not. Let me give it a shot. Hold on. Nah, I don't think these jaws open up, and I ain't about to break this damn thing. It was $500. But, hey, there you have it, folks. The comparison. Thundertank, Cats Lair. All right. Hope y'all appreciate it. It was hell getting that Thundertank out of there. Listen again, like and subscribe. I'll be getting more reviews to you in the future. But since today's Labor Day, I was able to do more. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your Labor Day.